everybody. Welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to the Curian Empire, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, very, very loosely inspired by the ancient Roman Empire. When last we left off, you guys are still in the process of attempting to build a rebellion, which is why one of you is in an apple crate and one of you is in a barrel of beer.
I know it was wine.
I think I'm just chilling.
So. Yeah. And then another one of us is...
as you are attempting to infiltrate some ships transporting known rebels to the back to sort of the heartland of the Empire, so that they can essentially be slave gladiators, and you're attempting to...
We're stopping their gladiator arc.
You're stopping their gladiator arc and attempting to recruit a large number of rebels all in one go.
Will we stop their gladiator arc, or do we begin ours?
I mean, this entire group of people either is on a gladiator arc or a rebellion arc. How good we do determines which of those two things it's going to be. I'm here for both, personally.
I'm going to roll a d4 to see, of the three groups of people and the three ships, where everybody is.
Brothers! Rally behind me, because none of my friends are here.
Oh, man.
That's a 4. You're just in the ocean.
Knowing how d4 rolls tend to work, all of us are going to be in the 4.
There were a lot of 4s in a row there. If this had been Savage Worlds, that would have been one hell of a great roll there on that 4. Stop rolling 4s.
Everybody's on one ship. There are 2 that are completely empty. Fall.
Okay. So,
which one am I?
Axe and you'll find out. You have no idea.
You're about to say both of their names in succession.
No, Axe and Anastasia.
Axe and Anastasia.
Because there's two.
Being the two who
casually
walked onto a ship
by paying off or convincing some workers to let you on.
Obviously, you're together.
You're sitting in the hold of one of the ships. You two just feel yourselves get carried onto a ship. You don't know which ship you're on. And
if only I had drilled a hole into this, I could see where they were going.
You drill a hole and wine just starts pouring out.
Oh no!
I have to just press my face up against the hole and then open my eyes, sealing around the outside.
The lips come through the hole. Give me a kiss.
Tersius ain't here.
Give us one last lickery kiss. Sticking his tongue through the painting.
Anyway.
Sort of late that afternoon, the ships leave. All of you notice the ships leave. It's hard to miss the sort of increase of activity. The orders kind of being yelled distantly. And the, regular drum beats for the horsemen. As these ships pull... as these ships pull out of the harbor and into the open sea.
Okay. I feel like I'm about to have an El Dorado moment. It's like, ready, 1, 2, 3! And it's like all of them looking at me.
Pretend they didn't see.
I mean, we gotta wait a while. I'd probably want to wait close to a day.
I mean, and you at least being a sailor, you'll be able to tell when it's dark because you're not stuck in a box.
Cool.
You as a sailor will be pretty easy. You'll be able to tell, as the various watches are called and as bells are rung and stuff, to tell, when it would be, the middle of the night or something like that.
Should I roll wisdom to see if I
Sure.
Can?
I mean, you are kind of a shaman, so I think
I should be able to tell, at least tell time of day, baby.
Let's find out.
Let's see. It's an 18.
Yeah, you'll be able to keep track of time well enough to essentially emerge whenever you want, whether that's the middle of the night or.
I am not doing too hot.
It was a barrel of wine. Now it's a barrel of vomit and wine.
And sweat. It's hot in this barrel.
Am I in a box of apples? Right? Oh.
Oh, it's like those
It
rock
smells great, but it's not comfortable.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
just keep using like spare the dying on myself so that way I don't kill over from alcohol.
Maybe if I eat all of the apples, I won't be
Which
hit
one
with
I eat is
apples.
one less apple to jab.
Just a group of soldiers walks up to your box, not paying attention, opens it, you hand him an apple, and he
And the ones that haven't bitten. There's an apple in this one.
If I know it's nighttime,
Okay.
I'd like to slowly open a little bit and peek out of the box.
You appear to be in the cargo hold of a ship.
I'll kind of do the same thing,
Okay.
just to peek.
Once you're pretty certain it's like middle of the night, you can kind of lift the lid off of your cask, and this kind of same thing. You're in the dark cargo hold of a ship.
Aha, dark vision coming in handy.
I get out of the box.
Okay.
After room service leaves, I'm going to talk with Anastasia and say, when do you think's a good time?
After
to leave?
room service. Once we're done with our mani-pedis and our massages, then I think that we'll move on to the rebellion.
we can continue our rebellion, yes.
You rat.
I just picture just casually just like laying somewhere where there's like somewhere I can actually sit up.
I got whatever the
Something
opposite
like-
of a long rest is. Meanwhile, you're getting a mani-pedi.
You got a negative rest. In fact, all your rolls are disadvantaged because of how exhausted
If
you
you
are.
if you guys had like
Tried to go through the night.
tried to go through the night, you probably would be
Exhaustion.
taking the levels of exhaustion. Especially
Luckily,
being in armor.
tonight is the time to make them bleed. I feel like making war. I'm going to get out of this box and look around. Get my bearings. Cargo hold.
Okay. You're either the first person to have emerged,
Or the only
or
person.
the only person to have emerged.
Shit.
Trying the whippoorwill technique.
Signal!
I mean, like, as far as Anastasia knew, the plan was to, like, kind of wait for nightfall and make the move. She doesn't know any more than you do where, if the other two are on the same boat or not.
All right.
Apple.
Gravity.
There it is.
Gravity!
I'm gonna
We're
get
gonna owe people money if we keep going.
Whoever owns James Bond some money.
I'm gonna get out of the box too,
Okay.
or out of my cask, and I too will gather my bearings. And
You, as far as you can tell, you're either the first person to have emerged,
exactly.
or
The only one
the
emerged.
only one.
Yeah, and on that note, since I don't, being that I don't like the fact that I'm the first one to emerge, I'm gonna just immediately cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
just to give
I'm going to
myself.
start making my way towards whatever door I see.
Okay. There is a there's kind of a ladder ahead that leads to whatever the next deck up is.
I will go to that ladder. Go up to... Is it like up a ladder way up to a door, or is it like an overtop?
It's up to a hatch.
Is it a hatch like a swinging hatch, or is it a hatch like a lattice, like see-through sort of deal?
Like a swinging hatch.
So it probably doesn't go up to the deck. It just goes up to the top deck. It probably goes
You can occasionally hear footsteps above you. It, as far as you can tell, it seems like the oars, like, are probably above your head, based off of drums. The drums keeping time and like the movement and stuff that you're hearing.
I want to try and just slightly peek out the hatch.
Okay, give me an advantage stealth check.
That'll be a straight stealth check.
I get.
Because I'm in my armor. 11?
11. It's you kind of just creak it up a little bit, and you can see a pair of sandals ahead of you, looking the opposite direction.
Aim for the Achilles.
Depends on what he says next.
It's hard to tell. You get the impression from the sandals that it's either it doesn't seem to be like the drummer, but it seems to be like probably not a like soldier guard, but like more of like a slave driver.
The guy with the whip.
The guy with the whip.
Aha.
And what little you can tell, the prisoners seem to be rowing the ship.
Am I able to see whether they're like chained up rowing the ship?
It's hard to tell. You presume at least their ankles are probably chained.
Oh my god! Thank God I have thaumaturgy. That's gonna
Is
make
there any
this
sort
work.
of like latch or anything on the inside of this cargo hold here
Like to keep it closed?
to keep it closed from my side?
Not from your side.
Okay.
And like if the rest of you are making sort of similar investigations, you'll discover the same stuff. You seem to be in the lowest part of the ship. The deck above seems to be where the oars are, and
Well, wouldn't they have seen that because they got watched?
yeah, I guess you and Anastasia
They would know
getting
like,
watched down.
like,
And knowing that, just being a sailor, knowing the type of ship I'm in, I can assume that like there's a cargo hold, then there's the top deck. There's not really any other layers to these ships.
There's a cargo hold.
Oh,
there's
there's
the
a
deck
row
with the
deck.
oarsmen, and then there's the
top
deck.
The oars are in. That makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to do exactly what he does. I'm assuming if I do what he does, I see exactly what he sees.
Yes.
Okay.
The ships all seem to be essentially identical.
Now, okay, hang on. I gotta confirm a rule here.
Is there any way I can like so the hatch swings up?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that could like seal this hatch in any way from my side, just for a round or two? There's no like. Is there like a handle, like a loop on my side?
Not
any
on your
sort-
side. You presume there's a
Something on
handle or
top to
ring
pull
or
it
something
up?
on the top, but on you since you can just push it up, there's no like handle or ring or anything.
Do we see only one slaver person?
It depends on how far you're willing to sort of push the hatch open. If you're just pushing it open far enough to peek, you'll just see sort of the feet of one. Yours seems to be like just like standing and staring. Yours seems to be kind of pacing back and forth.
What about mine?
Also pacing, but like it's like he'll kind of pace like a couple of steps and then stop. Kind of pace a couple steps and stop, but he seems to be watching the prisoners.
Fuck it. Came here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay, before you do that, I'm going to
What's that?
okay, I have a couple things I want to try here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming I see like at least a row of.
You can tell there are definitely prisoners on both sides.
Okay, I'm going to look at.
They are facing you because
Do they notice like
because they're pulling.
Do they
on
notice these like this dwarf kind of just like peek its head?
Let's roll a few perception checks.
The closest guy rowing. Yeah, I think I'm starting to go crazy. There, why? Swear to God, I just saw a dwarf.
You can tell there's one on either side in kind of these front rows that has absolutely noticed
Okay, I'm going.
what must be a sea monster.
Yeah,
Dripping red with blood,
Yeah.
emerging from the
I forgot
hole.
he's covered in wine. He's probably
Your
wine
line dripping
stained.
with red and chunks from your vomit, covered in
I
white.
haven't vomited. I don't think.
And
So-
like it's the beard and the wild hair and the wolf pelt.
And I'm gonna. If they could see me, I'm gonna. And then cast thaumaturgy on the locks.
I don't know if you can.
Does that not work on
It'll
this?
it'll open unlocked doors and windows.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll open a locked. If they're
Damn.
locked in with like stuff.
Okay.
I wanted you to finish your thought.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, you're
Because
saying-
I prepared for an eventuality like this, just in case.
Yeah, of course. Let me check my
So,
spell list.
so it's obvious.
Nothing.
So it's obvious that it's just the one guy in there with them, right?
It's hard to tell. You know there is at least this one. It sounds like there's a guy beating on a drum to keep time as well.
Yes. Can I see any, like... Is there, like, a hatch that's open, like, above us that I can see?
Not that you can see. If you open the hatch farther, you'll get more information.
But that gives away my position.
It may well. Anastasia kind of, like with the two of you kind of sharing this ladder and peeking through the hatch, she kind of just looks at you and shrugs.
I'm basically just going to say, as long as we just see the one, I'm just going to try and take him down as quickly as possible.
Okay. She'll back you up.
What I'd like to do
Okay.
is like a little peek. I'm going to go, open it like, about yay
Right.
much. Grab the guy's ankle and just pull him straight down in here and drop the hatch behind me.
Okay.
I want this guy to faceplant and then slide back into the hatch.
Give me an athletics check.
Do I have advantage because he's not expecting it?
Okay, I know.
Sure.
I know what I'm
And
going.
a disadvantage stealth check.
Oh, of course,
Okay,
of course.
I know what I'm gonna do now because thaumaturgy is not gonna work the way
This
I
will
was
be the
hoping it would.
athletics.
I'm going to.
That'd be a crit on the athletics for 25.
He doesn't.
It would have been a crit if it was advantage on this, but the stealth is still 13.
Okay, he doesn't get to roll to oppose you.
He's just.
So as you open it, he's kind of standing there with like it's not a whip. It's like a cat of nine tails. Like it's an actual like scourge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got an axe on one, like stuck to his belt, and he's a big dude. He's kind of overweight, but it's the like strong overweight.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing like it's hot down here, and he's wearing he's just wearing kind of like a leather like almost kilt and like wide leather belt and like the sandal stuff, and he's just standing there like glaring at all these prisoners like having the scourge, and the two. At least the two front rows, if not like several rows back, and it seems to be like 3 prisoners per bench. You think there are at least 100 prisoners down here. Watch in utter amazement as the hatch opens and a like literal gleaming demigod like appears, grabs the man by both ankles and drags him essentially without a sound into the hole.
Yeah.
And from there, I would like to murder this man. I would like to reach. I'm not going to use my shield for AC's purposes. I want one hand on his mouth and the other on my sword.
Give me an advantaged attack. He is not
So
expecting
I'm
this.
going to wait for the one that's pacing that I can see, and when if he walks by my hatch, I want to reach out and grab his Achilles and inflict wounds.
Okay. I'll give you advantage on the spell attack roll for that.
As
he's
a
not
character,
he's not going to be
I
seen
would
like
choose death, please.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 23 on
So
that.
that
that's
is.
absolutely going to hit him.
I'm going to make this a distracting streak.
That's a 19 on the inflict
Oh,
wounds,
that'll absolutely hit him.
and it's 3d10.
15 damage.
Yeah, I'll kill him.
6, 13, 15. Yeah, 15.
He, again, like, every one of these is like, for you, these prisoners who have witnessed this are like, the fucking gods have showed up to save us. As you're in the holes directly below them, murdering a man. The prisoners in your ship are now firmly convinced that some terror of the deep sea has come up to murder them all.
Is he wine-stained?
Yes, you're like red head to toe. You're wild-eyed. It's this crazy hair and beard. And as you reach out and just touch this man in the foot, and he shrivels up and dies.
And it's at that point I use thaumaturgy to force push the hatch up, and I climb up and be like, "I'm here to save you."
Okay, there is a there does seem to be another one of these guys at the other end of the ship, who was like beating the drum to keep time. So he will immediately see you as it's kind of a jazz music stops thing as you come exploding out of here, announce that you're here to save all these people, and you're spotted by the guard as well. So I think you're going to roll initiative.
Let's do it.
I would
The
like to
illusion
look
has
this
been
guy
maintained.
look over this guy for keys.
Okay, he would have a ring of keys.
Okay.
That's
Take the ring
18
keys.
on the
Okay.
initiative.
Okay.
Looks like I'm going last. It's been a pleasure knowing you, fellas. Well, actually.
It is your turn in initiative.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you'll be able to find where your keys are.
Okay, so
Have that. Put that over my arm with my sword.
sword.
Probably not with the sword. Probably with a javelin in hand. Because that's melee or ranged for what happens next.
Okay,
Smart.
so first thing I would do is buy the other guard who saw me spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that behind him, or actually no, in front of him, because I want him to see the kind of shit I'm capable of.
In case he doesn't die.
Yeah, in case he doesn't die. And then on that note, I'm going to run up and try to smash. Well, okay, I'm going to investigate the body of the
man who shriveled up and died.
the husk of the man,
Right.
and see if he has
The
a
man
husk.
formerly known as slave.
The husk formerly known as a slaver.
For keys.
He will have a ring of keys.
I'm going to grab the keys and
Okay.
run over to. I guess they're both equal distance to me. I don't know. I'll make my way to the left one first to unlock it, and then toss them the keys. Be like, get everybody, kind of like unlock everybody else and find a weapon. Let's get out of here.
Okay. And your
Or let's
spiritual
take
weapon-
over this shit.
Your
Let's take
spiritual
over
weapon
this shit.
gets to make an attack.
All right.
Plus your spell attack bonus.
Oh. They say 25.
That'll hit him.
That's what? 1d8 plus your. So my wisdom. Oh, fuck. That's a 11.
Okay. He doesn't die, but well, actually, he's going.
It's just your wisdom, not your spell attack bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 11. Because my wisdom's a 6.
Your wisdom's not plus
Or-
6. That's your wisdom save.
Okay, fine, then 9. I made a 9.
He still doesn't. Either way, you do less damage. He still doesn't die. But he makes his Constitution save for massive damage. He is still up. But that was a mighty blow.
It was a mighty blow.
He definitely seems wounded. What he will do on his turn is
Call for reinforcements.
And will pull the axe out of his belt and run. He probably can't even make it quite all the way.
If he were to run towards me, does spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity?
No,
I don't think
get
so.
attacks opportunities.
Damn.
He, so he'll spend his whole turn moving towards you.
Cool.
Dash towards you. Can I swing up?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, with the ring of keys, I want to open the hatch. As quietly as is reasonable. Like, I'm just gonna try open enough that I can walk up, and I'm just gonna climb out of it, javelin in hand, looking for any other targets.
Okay, it's same thing. There's another man stationed at the far end of this deck, who's like keeping time with the drum. And there are like the mast of the ship does. It is worth noting does run through the middle of this room, which is probably why he didn't see you suction the man into the hold and murder him.
See, I can't do that. I'm not strong enough to suction a man through. But I am strong.
You are strong enough to zap him.
Take away his
so I can
life
kind
force.
of, but I do have like a view of
You
the
can
guy.
easily get to.
I want to
two
get
of you.
within. Can I get within? Is he like how far across is he from me?
You could within your movement you could
Get within 30
you
of
could
him.
get within 30 of him.
I'd like to throw a javelin at the guy with the
Okay.
drums.
Yeah.
Dude, does he not know I'm here still?
You're not going to get advantage on the attack.
It'll be a
You're going
straight
to see it coming.
Okay.
But
18,
that'll hit him.
6 damage.
Okay. It's wounds him, but it doesn't seem to be like.
I'd like to bonus action quick toss.
Okay.
15
That'll hit him.
for another 10 damage.
So 16 total.
Yes.
That'll kill him.
All right. So kind of popping some just 2 javelins sticking to him.
The drums go silent. The prisoners stop rowing.
I'm going to try
which
and
seems to be noticed from.
run up towards the drums and start hitting them in time again.
Okay. Give me an advantaged deception.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm assuming it's back up to me at the initiative.
Yep.
I'm going to send my spiritual weapon closer to him to attack.
Not cursed.
The elves are like
It's definitely cursed.
cutting themselves, like
Breaking themselves
free and stuff.
Okay, so
That's
Crit.
That's the Brody die.
Oh my god.
Plus 2, so 22.
Nice.
Nice. So I'm going to.
It's thematic story.
Guess a crit
events.
fail on that attack.
Yeah, I'm missing.
And then I'm gonna just whack him with my. I'm assuming he's up to me now.
Yeah,
Then I'm just gonna whack him with my staff. Well, actually, Shillelagh's bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll cast Shillelagh.
Well, your
Attack
bonus
him
action
with,
was used.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah.
spiritual
So,
weapon.
okay, so never mind. I'll still just whack him with my staff though.
So it's just using your strength instead of your wisdom.
Okay, so it's
Plus
Plus
3 instead of your normal bonus to hit. Because it'll be plus 1 from your strength, plus 2 from your
oh yeah,
proficiency.
so plus 3.
Plus 3 to hit.
So
You won't as Omega.
that's an
one.
18.
Gotta let him.
And then it'll just be plus 1 to the damage.
5.
5. He seems extremely badly injured, but he does not go down.
God damn.
Thwacked him in the
14,
shin.
14 smacks and he's still or 14.
I think I did 15 and then 16.
So,
I have a feeling thresholds.
Yeah.
I think he's holding on by but a single thread.
Then yeah.
There's the sound of increasing activity on the deck above your head, and he's gonna take a swing at you.
Mind you, I have Shield of Faith activated at the
Actually,
moment.
he's going to bonus action rage and then take a swing at you.
Oh!
Threshold.
Which is a 21 to hit.
Fact, that hits.
These guys are barbarians. Thank God I didn't get to rage before my non-magical damage hit them.
5 damage.
Okay.
No, 7 damage because he's raging.
Oh.
Who would do such a thing?
You had to introduce a barbarian, didn't you?
Okay, and then,
Barbarians. Oh, right,
so now
those
it's, now
exist.
it's back to me.
Yeah, the elves continue to they don't really have access to weapons yet. Then again, but some of them are free, and most of them are warriors.
Yeah.
So one of them's probably just going to
Try and deck him.
yeah.
I'll let him attack first before I do mine.
You try.
It'll miss.
Okay.
This angry man dodges it.
Okay, now I'll cast Shillelagh and whack him with my staff. Say 15.
That'll hit him.
That's an 11.
Well, he takes half of that, which still dies. Still does.
That's which is.
He hits me. Ow! Whack!
The all noise and activity on your ship seems to have calmed down. The slaves are only sort of they're still rowing, but they're doing a lot more.
I'm gonna boo my voice because I'm assuming for now I'm out of initiative because nobody's come down. So yeah, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to boo my voice. It's going down. Help!
I would like to doom doom doom, and with the keyring on my arm, look at the closest guy and just go doom doom. Doom, doom, slide it to him, dude.
Dex.
12, 14.
Yeah.
The question is, do
It
you
makes
have
it makes
rhythm?
it somewhere where he can.
He can reach it. And then I'm going to say quietly in Elven, keep rowing until everyone's unlocked. And keep rhythm with the drums.
Okay.
I want everybody free-handed before the rebellion starts.
You and Anastasia will hear
Some kind of commotion.
some kind of commotion. It seems to be a mixture of a dwarven voice shouting that shit's going down, and
He's yelling timber.
Shouts of alarm from one of the other ships.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her. Do you want to hide the body? You want to go after one of the guys, or what do you want to do?
I think once this starts, we probably can't stay quiet.
All right. Well, in that case,
No,
I'm gonna take whatever element of surprise I can get on this guy right here, the guy closest to us, and yeah, I'm just gonna try and stay out of her way.
Okay.
So, bonus action rage and reckless attack. My plan is to pop out of this thing as quickly as possible and try and double stack him. Yep.
Why do I feel the deck beneath my feet quivering?
24 to hit.
It's like there's a box of apples down there that's really angry.
It feels like it would suck me in and stab me repeatedly.
For 10 damage.
Okay, he's still up.
And... Damn, so close. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
For 13 damage.
That'll kill him.
Cool. And... How far away... Do I see a second person, like the guy on the drums?
Yeah, you once you're up in this deck, you'd be able to see him.
Okay. Has he seen me yet?
He seems to have. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just going
kinda hard to miss.
haul ass and just get right up close to him. And
Okay, you could make it like half the distance with. You'd have to dash in order to get all the way to him, so you'll be able to like half the distance.
I'll use the tabaxi dash and just get up to him then.
Okay. Anastasia will come up. She'll move the 30 feet, and then she's going to throw her spear.
What's with all these elves and spears?
It's kind of our thing.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Which will hit.
Nice. As long as she doesn't
Hits him, but it does
spear
not
me.
do a ton of damage.
As long as she doesn't spear me, then I'm fine.
Okay, you're about to be... the hatch leading up to the deck will open.
Okay.
And a couple of... like, one seems to be a sailor, and one actually seems to be a Curian soldier.
Okay.
Are going to move down the ladder.
Okay, like, are they, like, is it like a straight line that they gotta come down?
Yeah.
Nice. So which one's first?
Probably the soldier.
Okay, as he's coming down, I'm gonna try and, like, whack him. Like as he,
Okay.
kind of get the jump on him, like, and smack him as he's coming down, because obviously he just knows that reinforcements are needed.
Right.
And so.
Okay. Yeah, you can be like waiting by the ladder.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Your prisoners are being very quickly released. Prisoners on both these ships are being very quickly released. He's gonna take a swing back at you.
Yep, and it has advantage.
Thanks. 16.
Miss.
Okay, that's his turn.
Guess I'm just gonna try killing this guy again. These are the only two Pete guys that we saw in here, right? For right now.
For right now, do you want to make your attack roll, Jerry, on the first soldier?
Is it advantage?
No,
Okay.
but you'll essentially get this round for free before we do.
Do I re-roll that even though that's a crit?
What?
Do I need
Say-
to do that?
Is that one like
Shillelagh's cast
Yeah,
on this,
it's
so
on this one.
17.
Do I need to worry
That'll
about it?
If I think that you have a visible crit,
Okay. First one's
so
a
it doesn't
crit.
matter what the other one is. Even if they're both crits, it doesn't make it more of a crit if that's advantage, not disadvantage.
For 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. He'll take the 5 damage.
17 damage.
That'll kill him.
All right.
How are the slaves on my ship, like, are they pretty...
It's the same thing. They're like about half of them are free now.
Okay.
And they're kind of working their way down the line as fast as they can. But only a couple of them are armed.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it...
They don't have much to arm themselves with.
Yet.
Gotta roll for this. Damn. No, he's not. He's just gonna try, not seeing that there's any other visible threats, just reach down to the closest like chain and try and break it.
Okay, give me an athletics. Anastasia is gonna start moving towards the other, like the set of stairs that go up to the ladder that goes up to the next deck.
25.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, you can break the chains that bind them.
Cool. Just
And in the darkness bind them.
yeah. Keep doing that until rage runs out, or I eventually discover that keys exist.
Okay, which your rage will probably run out first. But you can definitely break 3 of these guys free by just
Smashing the chain.
smashing the chain.
Cool.
I want them to just kind of row and then one at a time unhook until everybody is unhooked, and it's oars up, boys.
The shouts of alarm seem to be intensifying elsewhere in the night. You can't hear any of the...
Sounds like things are going good. Sounds like things are going just as good for everybody else. That's great.
And I'll have you roll initiative. And you will also be rolling initiative.
That's a 17 for my initiative.
Also 17.
Honestly, we could just start, even though you're all in different places, we can just start running all of this in the same initiative.
Yeah, could do. Yeah.
So the two of you decide who's going first or roll off. I don't care.
You can go first.
I'll go first. Why not? See here, because I have to actually cast. Can my spiritual weapon get to the stairs where they? Okay, I'm gonna send spiritual weapon to attack the soldier first.
Do he got the rhythm? 10 plus, yes.
It's a 17
This is the
for
rhythm of the
the
night.
spiritual weapon.
So fitting.
Oh no! Brandon's character grab chain, smash it. His character
10.
throwing this like mace of golden light and beating someone
And
across the
then
face.
I'm assuming I see the
Tersius.
sailor come down.
He seems to have a look in his eyes of
Everything before the drum was sweet.
Now
That was
that
beautifully
the
executed.
soldier's dead, this is above my head. Like, he seems to have a look on his face of like, I should probably get back up this ladder as soon as possible, but it's not his turn, so it's yours.
I don't want to follow him up the ladder, but I don't want to let him go.
I like the idea of the
Guess he'll die.
I like the idea of the
Well,
split on the
guess
screen and it's
you-
just like rage.
I'm assuming,
Rage.
like, can I reach him, the sailor, from where I'm standing?
I just
Do
love it
have
keeps
really
cutting
good
back and
ability?
forth between each
He's high enough
character.
up the ladder that you'd probably have to get.
Very
You know,
action
like
packed
the
for the
ladder
first
that
couple
angle,
rounds
you
for
probably
me.
have to
And
get
now
a few
it's
runs
just
up it.
watching people slowly undo handcuffs
I'm
while
gonna climb a bit,
keeping rhythm
Okay.
with the drum.
touch him, and inflict wounds.
Okay.
You're your own kind of barbarian, you know that? Your resources just fucking drain quick. But you're
14?
like,
Okay.
murder, murder, murder.
Hey, that's only 2 of 6 dice. I still got 4
Okay, so that's a 10, a 19,
And
and
we
a
have action
24.
He's dead, you suspect, probably 3 times over.
Jeez.
This is the you've killed people with inflict wounds a reasonable number of times over this campaign. This is the most mummified you've ever seen one of them.
Wow.
Is this safe?
After I do that, I'm gonna turn to them and be like, didn't know it was that powerful.
So he turns to a skeleton and then blows away in ash. There's no wind. It still blows away. You're underneath the deck in a ship.
You
Still
now
blows
have 4 armed former prisoners. One's just armed with a scourge. Whoever's fighting him is gonna have a real bad day.
I'm gonna ask Anastasia. Do you think they noticed?
She's already moving towards the ladder leading up to the next deck because of the alarm you can hear being raised.
Oh, okay.
On the deck.
Be up there soon.
Oh yeah, I need to roll initiative for Anastasia. Convenient.
Am I still in initiative after that?
Yep.
Okay.
That was your turn, murdering 2 people.
Yep.
Max.
Lovely.
Did we find keys on the dead bodies?
You can find keys on one of them.
Cool. I'm gonna do as much as I can to help release as many prisoners at once.
I'll let you get like 2 rows unlocked.
Okay, and how many did you say there were?
3 per row. Or 3 per bench, so 6 per row.
Okay.
So you can get 2 benches unlocked.
And how many rows?
You think it's hard to tell, you think there's at least 100 prisoners in here, maybe more.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna help it break and get as many people free as possible, and
Thaumaturgy can
join us
can
upstairs.
change your eyes. So bust through the top with glowing red eyes, covered in.
You got another
stained in
inflict
red?
wounds left to show
I have
him?
one more.
You got to do it to him sometimes. Is everybody out of their chains yet? On red bow. I'm going to, again, kind of quietly in Elven be like, oars up.
Okay.
And then if oars go up, everyone's out. I'm going to stop the drums, toss those aside, walk over to the guy that's on the ground, pin my foot into him and pull the 2 javelins out, toss them to the 2 nearest guys.
So you have 5 armed elves.
And I'm going to say,
fuck.
my name is Tersius Praxis. Welcome to the IR Rebellion. And I'm going to draw my sword, and I'm running up to the top deck. I'm going to be the spear point.
I will let you roll initiative.
'Kay.
And if you dash, you can get onto the deck this turn.
I'm dashing.
I also just realized I have a hand axe on me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and just pull that out and like toss it to
Okay.
one of them.
You now have 5 armed elves.
They're not getting my.
So I got
weapons.
2
And they
guys
can
with
keep that,
axes,
'cause I
one with a
don't-
cat of 9 tails, and 2 with javelins.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Kill me with one of those, not the cat and nine tails.
And you have 3 armed elves, 2 with axes, 1 with the cat and nine tails.
It's a 16 on my initiative.
Okay.
My hope is that I'm just going to charge up there and be like, weapon for my army! Weapon for my army! Weapon for my army! Action surge! Weapon for
Where
my
are
army!
you going?
Quick toss! Weapon for my
Where are you going? On a supply run.
It's time
shopping!
It's time I crunch the numbers.
Comes back covered in blood. Got supplies.
Just a big bundle of swords. Well, conveniently, your turn next.
I charge out onto the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Who's out there?
A bunch of extremely confused sailors, a few Curian soldiers, and a couple more of those kind of slave driver type bruisers.
Okay. Can I get up to the slave driver bruiser type
Sure.
this turn? So I'm going to do, first things first, I'm going to shout out, any sailors who lay down and stay down survive. The rest of you meet Poseidon. And then I'm running, and while running, I'm going to use another superiority die to quick toss a javelin at the bruiser.
Okay. Really?
14?
That'll let him.
Okay.
Listen, all of our slaves are gonna have that we rescue are gonna have 3 different tales to tell.
I know math. Unfortunately. 14 damage.
Well, but...
Oh, massive damage, aye. Oh.
I think I need to D10, but I'm going to have to dig out the DMG, wherever that is, in order to find out.
It's in the stack on the shelf,
oh,
I
that's
think.
right. It's convenient, because he handed it to you.
Because Costigan handed it to me as a passive-aggressive statement. I think you need this. Right, bastard.
I could just imagine, after all this blows over, they're gonna be like, so you were on the other ship with the Tersius guy. What was that like? Oh, it was great. He sucked in a dude, and
it was textbook.
It was
we were all unbound and ready before the action even started. How about you? A monster came out and ate 2 guys' souls. He had eyes like the devil and dripped with blood.
He had eyes like Hades.
It seems to kind of send him reeling. You don't think he's going to be able to take a swing back at you on his turn.
He's gonna be.
You think he'd be awful easy to hit in this state?
I'll just action throw another javelin, just a regular throw at him. 13?
That will miss.
Okay.
You think about how just fucked javelins are, heavy javelins.
Yeah.
And if he seems like he's going to be out of it for a second, I'm not going to run up to him. Instead, keep that momentum and just run up to the nearest other soldier I see, drawing out my sword as I approach.
Okay.
And
you can do so.
Fuck it. I'll action surge.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing at this guy too. I think getting a couple people out is the way to start this.
It's not a bad way to start it.
17.
That'll hit.
I won't use another die yet. 9 damage.
Okay. A mighty blow, but he takes it.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
Now it's to them, finally.
Elves on your ship continue freeing each other and arming themselves. Elves on your ship seem to be kind of stacking up behind you, the few that are armed, ready to go. And a bunch of elves the few elves that are armed will come running out of the hatch behind you.
You're welcome to use the javelin if you can pull it out of that guy or the wall behind him. I've only got one more.
Don't test me. I once killed the caravan driver for doing nothing.
On accident. It was on accident.
Allegedly.
One of them will finish off the guy that you wounded.
The one next to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
the bruiser.
The bruiser.
Okay.
The rest all kind of rush into combat, but the blows don't seem to be landing currently.
Sweet. Hey, we got the bruiser out of it. That's big.
Technically, there's one more, because you armed 5 elves. That said, one of them finishes off the guy that you're
Hey!
Come on, Dad's over there. Can you kick that to me?
So it is now.
Yes, I can.
It is now their turn. So a couple of soldiers are going to come rushing down your ladder. Since Anastasia's in front, they're both going to be taking swings at her.
Okay. And if they do attack me, it's with advantage.
But instead, they'll both just miss Anastasia.
Oh, actually, no. I guess it's not. My rage.
Yeah, he did reckless attack.
She's in. She's in pretty good armor and using a shield, so
Okay.
She stops both of them pretty easily. Your hatch is going to open again, and this time it's going to be one of those bruisers and a soldier that are coming down.
We're trying to get up there. Give me a second.
We're coming. Hold
God.
Imperials these days, no patience.
That one will be a 23 to hit. The other one's going to be a miss.
Okay, that one, the 23 hits, obviously.
Up feel.
5 damage.
Hey.
Makes math easy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a lot of fighting on your boat.
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
There are going to be 2 attacks coming at you as people kind of pick you out as the instigator.
I'm armed and armored well above the rank and file behind me.
So I'll just roll those 2 first. That one's a 21.
21 meets it, beats it. 21 hits.
2 damage.
Oh, damn.
2. I take the 2. The other guy missed me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and riposte that as a reaction.
Riposte.
Petty, thrust. So he missed, and I will reaction attack him.
I'm just
Damn it.
Oh, crit fail.
Sick.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I don't. And I wouldn't use it here. I still got one more javelin and my dagger. If
you get the sword knocked out of your hand.
Okay. Still not my turn. That's just a reaction. So I currently have nothing in that hand.
And I'm going to just roll a few attacks in the background for the fighting that is going on behind you. One of the elves is killed. Another is wounded.
Okay.
But more elves, armed or not, are pouring out of the hold. So it's Curian, so it's Anastasia's turn, so she's gonna stab back at one of the soldiers on the ladder, which will hit. It hits, but does not do a ton of damage. He's still up.
What condition does it look like all of these guys are in? Does it look like pretty poor condition?
It seems like quite a few of them have been whipped, quite a few of them have been beaten. They don't seem starved, at least yet. They seem hungry, but not starved. And they seem angry and, I suppose, with the fire of patriotism burning within them.
Okay.
They don't seem to be hesitating to, rise up in arms at all.
Okay. Would it be better to attack the dudes or just try and free as many people as possible? Just as a strategic thing.
I mean, if they can circulate the keys around and free themselves while you kill people, I think that's good. You make sure that they don't get stabbed sitting down while they get themselves up and ready to fight.
That's fair.
So,
Back attack to Wolf.
Okay. Man, I'm at an impasse here because. If I move spiritual weapon, that doesn't count as my bonus action, though. I would only count if I attack with it, right?
I think moving and attacking is the same bonus.
It might just let you do it as part of the bonus action.
Moving it, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Because that's exactly. I want to.
The bonus action lets you do both move and attack.
Well, just for the sake of I don't want to go down this early in the combat, I'm going to use a healing word on myself.
Outrageous.
I've inflicted wounds on 2 guys. These guys know I'm legit, and that's all they need to know is. So.
You have stoked the fires of rebellion, even if you are not awake to see them burn.
Yes. Plus your spell casting.
On my side, everyone's clogging the damn ladder, right?
So that's I get 8 back. So
There are on your side there are 2 soldiers at the top of the ladder,
and
then Anastasia, and then presumably you.
I'm going to now take a whack at the bruiser. It's a 13.
That will miss.
Really can't do nothing out of that, so I sit and wait.
Axe.
Trying to think of logistics here. 2 people at the top of the ladder, Anastasia, and then I. Right? How tall is this ladder? Like, how far away are these dudes?
I mean, if you stood next to the ladder, you could probably hit at least the lower down one because you're a giant.
Okay.
And these decks are probably kind of uncomfortably short for you.
Okay. Okay, good to know. I'm not gonna rage yet because I don't feel like I can get a good position to move my next turn yet. So I am just gonna reckless attack, and I'm gonna use the big axe that I got. This one.
D12 axe instead of like a D6 or D8 axe.
Yeah. For 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Wait a minute. Never mind. Sorry, it's a 25. I'm just dumb.
Well,
it still hits.
Yeah. For 9 slashing damage.
Okay. Roll one of these.
I need to redo this. Oh, and I completely forgot about this. 90% of the of my attacks, or at least the first attack that I deal with slashing, all of their speed is reduced by 10 feet. I completely forgot about that, but it is relevant.
For the most part, on board a ship, that won't matter.
All right.
Especially when they're surrounding you, trying to kill you.
Yeah. Yes. That's my turn.
Okay.
Any attack coming at me will have advantage.
Tersius.
2 guys ran up to me, right? Am I able to pick up my sword, or are they like? Will that put me at a place
You'll
where I
take
can attack?
1 attack of opportunity to pick up your sword.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feint like I'm going for my sword, and I'm gonna step on it and slide it behind me with my foot towards the homies.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna reach for my 5th and final javelin and stick it into the guy. Just melee attack with the javelin.
Okay.
I'll let them I'll let them get another weapon, and it's a little hit to my damage, but not much. That's only a 10 with the javelin attack. But then I'm just gonna keep the javelin in my hand as a melee weapon.
Okay.
And let them use the longsword. And that's my turn.
Okay. Now it is elves.
Which ones?
Well,
Elves everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah.
one of mine died. One got hurt. But hopefully now
There are still more elves.
there's like
rushing
3
in.
or
Hopefully-
4 more
hopefully my
weapons
elves
that my elves
can,
can get if they start flooding the decks. So.
Hopefully my elves can do some damage to the bruiser and the soldier.
You're still below deck, right?
Yeah,
So like
but
row-
they're like coming down 2 at a
Yeah.
time.
That's, I mean, lets you kind of bottleneck them.
Yeah.
The elves do, sort of swarming around, manage to, like, kill the bruiser off of the ladder and wound the soldier.
Yes.
Nice.
Because the bruiser was the one I was most terrified of. The soldier I can handle. The bruiser's a different story.
He's a bruiser.
He's a bruiser. He hurts.
Oh, big fella. Picture of a bruiser.
Okay.
Brick guy.
The elves around your ladder are trying to stab at the soldiers, but not meeting with much success.
Okay.
And there will be significantly more rolls for your ship because you have significantly more elves out fighting in the open. Because you didn't just bottleneck everybody.
Listen, we're trying.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, your guys' is probably a more sound strategy because 2 guys marching side by side and like 10 guys each tackle them and beat them to death. Meanwhile, my guys are spreading out across you guys have an octagon. I'm out in the open field.
The squared circle.
It's like a full-on gauntlet, too.
They managed to wound a soldier or 2, but it's like you're a little busy at the moment.
Good God Almighty, they killed him.
But now it'll be the Curians.
Good gods almighties.
An attack coming at Jury.
Oh, to me?
That's blasphemy,
soldier.
I think.
Below.
Miss.
Yep.
Depends on what you prescribe to, I guess.
There will be an attack coming at Axe because he's tall enough they can swing at him pretty easily.
Advantage.
Alright. Nice.
Good on you for not being a dirty cheater.
Dirty 20 to hit.
It'll hit.
But also, I hate you for not being a dirty cheater.
Why aren't you 30 or cheetah right now?
They're not rolling great on there.
If only I would have raged, it would have been 1. Why?
1 attack coming at Anastasia. Nah.
No.
And general fighting, sir.
None of them. Not that I want to get hit, but did none attack me.
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay. I just don't want to have you forget.
Your elves seem to be getting the worst part of the fighting. There are more of them, but they are unarmored. Which seems to be kind of the big,
problem
at the moment. But they're also they mostly seem to at the moment be wounded and not
dying.
dying. That'll miss you. That will really miss you.
Hooray!
Nothing I can do about that. Anastasia will take a stab at this fella in front of her, which will miss, so she's just going to action surge and try again. Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Yes.
More better.
More better. More better, more money.
And he dies.
Yay.
So she can advance 1 step farther up the ladder.
And that was not the guy that I stabbed?
No.
That I sliced?
The guy that you sliced is still at the top of the ladder and has been sliced.
Good.
Good.
So now it's both.
Okay, so I'm going to...
You similarly can also advance up the ladder if you would like.
I'm going to advance up the ladder, take the whack at the guy, the wounded soldier. Hopefully this kills him so I can be like, aha, now I am here. Well, I'm here. I'm here.
Kill me, I'm here.
Do it.
Do it now.
Let's say 19.
That'll hit him.
And then... for 5.
For 5?
Yeah.
You did...
Well, I didn't do anything to this soldier. My elves did stuff to the soldier.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, so you did 5.
Yes.
Yeah, so that'll be enough to kill him.
Yeah.
Nice.
They'll see me go up the stairs. Whack! Out of my way! I'll take a few more steps.
We're trying to get up to the killing field.
Yeah.
Stop bottlenecking yourselves for us.
And I'll like...
The hatch is already open.
Yeah, okay. I'll look up. not like to peek, just be like is anything are they
every sailor and soldier on this ship is looking at the hatch.
Like, are they near the hatch though?
There are some near the hatch. They're kind of spread out all over. They're kind of spread out all over the ship. It seems the sailors in particular are really spread out. The soldiers seem to be moving towards the sound of the fighting.
So no, they would have enough to get to me, in a sense. And our elves go first.
Yeah, but you're also currently blocking the way on the ladder.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna climb up and get out of there, so that way when the elves turn, they can get out of the way. And can I just for the sake of the fun of this, these elves or these curious soldiers seeing this wine-stained,
Blood-stained. Wine and blood-stained. Not the
wine and blood-stained creature come out of the hold. Can I roll an intimidation to see?
Absolutely, you can.
And we'll roll big boy here. See what happens. That's a 3.
It's a 3. They seem to be confused, but not like fleeing in terror.
God damn it! I was really hoping that they'd see this monster just crawl out of the hatch and be like, "What the fuck is this?
Flee for your lives!
Flee for your lives!" Okay. Anyway, that's my turn.
You will not be here.
Axe.
Come on, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack that same dude.
I am the dwarf. Forthan.
It's a
20 to hit.
Not
a
really
crit.
bad opportunity to not use my bonus action to cast thaumaturgy on my eyes so they're red and glowing, and then roll the intimidation.
15 damage.
That'll kill him.
Alright. Does that leave room for me to start climbing this ladder behind
you could.
Anastasia?
Yeah, you could. If you wanted, you could. You're big enough. You could probably like sort of circumvent Anastasia in line and get higher on the ladder if you want. You can get up on deck if you want.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I suppose it's worth mentioning for all 3 of you now that you're like up on deck. These 3 ships are not right alongside one another.
Especially with the one that stopped paddling for a while.
Right. And it's the middle of the night. It's a clear.
Jerry, can I see?
It's not. Let's say it's not clear. It's raining softly, but it's not like storming. But you can see the lights from the other ships out in the night, and it's pretty obvious that there's fighting going on every one of them.
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
I think having 2 dogs named Macaroni and Cheese would be really great.
My neighbor's dog's named Macaroni. I'm not just crazy.
No, we've established that in many of recordings.
Did we? Okay.
Have we? I don't think
Oh
so.
yeah, it's come up
Okay,
all
good.
the time.
Since your last turn.
Well, if you didn't know, my neighbor's dog is named Macaroni.
Okay.
I'm not just taking this brief pause while Brandon looks up a rule to go,
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
Way to pull it, Jim Carrey Grinch mode.
Macaroni kind of jacket on right now.
I'm full Mac.
But no Roni.
No Roni.
So to interrupt my turn, as I get to the deck and look around, how many do I see? A lot more soldiers, just a few people. Are they all about to swarm?
There are a lot more prisoners than there are soldiers.
Okay.
But the soldiers are actually armed and armored.
Okay.
Like, you're not necessarily going to be swarmed, but you will be attacked.
Okay. Then in that case, you can trade out a weapon once before your next turn? Okay. Then I am going to switch out my great axe for my battle axe and my shield, and then use my bonus action to rage. So attacks will have advantage against me, but I'll be raging for the turn.
If you don't attack this turn, then they won't have advantage. They only get advantage if you
He
reckless attack.
killed the...
I did.
Oh, you already attacked.
Yeah. I know, I did it in such a weird way. Honestly, I should have raged. I just didn't know I could get up there. But, yeah.
Okay, you can get up there and rage. Tersius.
I'm going to kind of look over my shoulder back at the soldiers. Can I see one that looks the most fucked up of my people?
Sure.
As a bonus action, I will rally with one of my maneuvers. So whoever looks the most injured of the elven soldiers, I'm going to say, "You're still in this fight, soldier!" And that was way more than it needed to be. It was here 6 temporary hit points.
Except for D6, rolls it out of the room and then rolls a D6.
D8. But yeah, 6 temp HP for him.
Okay.
And then I will attack the one in front of me.
Also, just as a
21.
thing, instead of my claws for raging this time, I'm using the tail weapon for this, so shield, axe, and some ridiculously longer tail.
21 to hit for 9 damage with the javelin.
I believe you've hit this one already, right? Or did you miss last round?
I missed last round, and I missed my free attack when he missed me. So I think that's the first time he's been hit, unless one of the homies has hit him.
Well, I mean, either way, he has to roll one of these. He, again, seems like thrown really off balance by that. You think he's going to be quite easy to hit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brother.
Until the end of his next turn.
Well, maybe one of the homies will come up and take advantage of that, because I'm done with my turn.
Okay. Somebody will come up and take advantage of that. They hit him, so he dies.
Nice.
And there's going to be miscellaneous combat noises. Just one hit. But that means no, that kills one while he's wounded. Similar miscellaneous. Now that you guys are no longer kind of and I guess Anastasia's still blocking the ladder on your ship,
but mine move up and now combat.
Oh, they are really doing quite a bit better than
they don't want to die to the sea monster.
They're not charging with you. They're running away from you.
They're like, have you seen the shit
I would rather
seen?
fight a soldier in armor with a sword using my bare hands than be back there with whatever the fuck that is.
You start breaking parts of the ship and using them.
As a raft to just jump off and sail away. Death first.
They give out quite a few wounds.
But no deaths.
Yeah.
And I highly doubt any of them understand a word I've been saying to them.
Well, they probably speak common if you speak in common to them. Unless you're shouting everything in dwarf. You madman.
True sea monster.
Can we just make that the case? I've been shouting at them in Dwarvish because it's like such an intense situation.
You've been bathing in wine for a long time. The alcohol has reached.
You have no idea what language you're speaking. Every other word is a different one.
Speaking of Dwarvish, whatever the lion went, the
Brandon will a crit hit you?
Tabaxi.
Yeah. Damn. Have damage though.
Well, you can have 11 damage.
5 first.
Always round
and
down.
the second one's 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Actually, hold on. That'll miss. My AC is 24 for that hit.
From
The second attack? Did you say second attack for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I made my AC 24 for that hit.
With
The tail AC.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I mean, I
okay.
got
Is that like an action you can do?
Yeah, it's a. The tail has reach and its reaction to add a D8 to my AC for a single attack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I've decided my AC is 25 for this attack.
I knew you weren't doing
Arbitrary.
that. I knew you weren't doing that. I just wanted to.
Why?
I just wanted to see the line of reasoning.
I'm just intrigued because I haven't gotten to play the Beast Barbarian.
I know that specific feature. I was like, yeah, I want to play that.
Even though there's a build on the channel.
Erickson, does a crit hit you?
It does not. We have decided that I'm an adamantine and have a 29 AC.
You've done that before. You've done that character before.
Essentially.
That will be 11 damage.
That's it. You know what? I'm going to use a maneuver here with the last die to parry and reduce it.
Okay.
So I will take 6 less,
So
which is 5.
Okay. The second attack's just going to miss you.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit Wolf
God damn. He just loves those 21s.
for 3 damage.
Okay.
And that's a 7.
Yeah, that don't do shit.
Got
So,
10 more to add to that, buddy? No? Well, then
No?
get the fuck
Oh.
out of here.
I have Shield of Faith up,
Oh,
so
Now
you
let's
need
do
12
Let's
more.
do some rolls to see how it goes against the elves.
Can you roll his first? Because
Sure.
they seem to be killing him. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, one of them drops his swords and runs. One of the the elves are not the elves. One of the Curians drops his swords and runs. One of the elves dies. And a couple of the elves fighting with you are wounded.
Okay.
Which means it's Anastasia, which means she can get out of the door. and stop blocking everybody else inside.
Hey, let us out, woman!
And she's going to take a swing at one of the soldiers fighting with you, which is a miss.
That's all right.
Wolf.
Okay. I mean,
Everybody now also can tell, like, you guys, it's not just you, all the prisoners can tell, all of the sailors and soldiers can tell that all of the ships seem to be in combat. Morale seems to be flagging.
I'm going to send my, I'm gonna send my spiritual sword or weapon out the door. And can it get to any soldiers?
It can get to one.
I'll send it towards one, and I'll attack with it. So these soldiers and sailors just see this glowing weapon fly out from the below deck and fly towards somebody for 8. That's a miss. And then I will go towards one, and I will swing. For 12, that's also a miss. And that's
right. Tactical position.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Axe.
I guess I'm just gonna attack the guy that crit me, because now I don't like that guy. Nice. 19 to hit.
That's going to jail.
For
It was rolling so well, but that's been bad. Now I need it to go away.
15 slashing damage.
That'll kill him.
All right. There's still one guy close to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's my turn. I'm just remembering.
Okay.
And that was a reckless attack as well, so attack it with me with advantage.
Okay. Tersius.
I would like to stab.
I would like to stab.
12.
That'll miss.
I'm missing 3 to it. I need the lower end. I can wait another turn. I'm not going to second wind yet. That's it.
Okay. Some attacks by some elves. And a bunch of elves, the ones that are armed, will come rushing the deck with you and Anastasia.
Popping out like an anthill.
So this just gets more and more complicated. Your elves are doing really well.
Yay!
Yay!
About time.
The tide seems to be turning for them. Your elves aren't doing that great.
Oh, damn. Tide's turning for them.
One of them's putting the hurt on some people, but for the most part, they're like, it's kind of a stalemate. Caught it. Your elves are doing middle.
Okay. Cool.
It's funny how that happened. Which means I'm now going to roll essentially a morale check per ship. We'll start with the ship that Wolf is on. As the fighting seems to be getting significantly worse on board the other 2 ships. As in, going worse for their side.
Yes.
But they're holding strong.
Those bastards.
They're going to fight to the death. Now for the ship with Axe and Anastasia. They're going to surrender.
Shit, really?
You have control.
Okay.
You have control of the ship.
I was just about to do a thing where I was like, I gotta go find the lead guy. And he's like, I'm right here.
And your ship also, despite the losses, holding strong. 2 crits and a 6.
Hey, good for them. They want to get punched a few more times in the face before they say stop. Please stop. I respect that.
So
I've been punched in the face a lot this game.
On 2 of the ships, there will be.
I've never said stop.
On 2 of the ships, there will be the fighting.
Hey, Ruff. I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. Zombie bites a chunk out of him.
The Curians,
Hey, zombie. I
the
didn't
Curians
hear
are
no
definitely
bell.
getting the worst part of the fighting on board your ship.
Yeah. Let's get them, boys.
And similarly, despite the fact that morale is holding strong, they're not holding their own in the fighting very well on board your ship. I would roll for Anastasia, but
They surrendered.
They surrendered, so she's just going to start overseeing, like, essentially collecting all of the arms and armor on board the ship.
Cool.
What
are we doing with the rest of the Curians? Eating them into the water?
We're pretty close to the
waterboarding
coastline still, right? They can swim.
You are, especially sailing at night, you would be within sight of the coast just to avoid getting lost.
But I told them, anyone who doesn't lay down, Poseidon will take them. That's Poseidon's choice what happens to them. Mine haven't surrendered yet. Mine haven't.
But Anastasia begins overseeing, like, making sure that the arms and armor are given out to...
just waterboarding a bunch of
trying to arm as many...
Fancy yourself, sailors. Better know how to swim.
Of your new soldiers as she can, which is still not going to be all that many.
How far away is each ship from us?
I feel like ours is furthest because we started everything.
You can see the other two. None of them are like they're all just kind of drifting at the moment.
Okay.
Yours does seem to be in the middle.
Gotcha.
But they're all just kind of
then
they're all just drifting at the moment because there's like everybody aboard is busy. There's nobody manning the oars.
I'm going to be listening to see if it sounds like things are going well, because I can still hear fighting, but like, hooray or I'm dying.
Oh man, I'm having so much fun fighting on this ship.
Oh God, no!
It's Wolf's turn.
Spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that does in timeout. Hang on. That says 20. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
True player move right there. No, not
for 10 damage.
Okay. Which means I need to... He's still up. He does not look good. He looks, in fact, really bad.
And then the one closest to me gets a whack in the head. For another dirty 20.
That'll hit.
For another 10 damage.
Alright. He goes down.
Pick a user. Dash my turn.
Okay. Axes. Do you want to do anything else specific on your turn, or just?
I don't think there's anything.
Fighting?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do unless the ships get closer. So I am going to hold off.
Okay. Tersius.
I would like to kill.
I want to murder.
I'm going to try. I want to make them regret not surrendering yet. I try to stab with the javelin. It is a bad roll. I miss. That is my turn. Just so that at the end of this, I'm at full HP and they feel like idiots all second.
Okay.
8, 1, here. Okay. Gain back exactly 7, which
is what you need.
Is what I need.
Okay. All that progress I made. I'm done. Stupid fighters.
I can only do that once per short rest.
Okay.
Future.
You're
You get multiple second wins?
Yeah, they do amazing things with it. It is fantastic. It becomes a new resource.
You can second wind every turn.
They give you multiple.
Your elves are doing.
Yeah. Seems like they kind of match my energy. When I roll like shit, they roll like shit.
Your elves doing better, but still not like great.
It's okay.
So as the Curian turn begins, I'll roll a couple of morale checks. We'll start with Jerry's ship. They seem to be strongly considering surrendering. Some seem to be fleeing the field of battle, which mostly means jumping overboard. Sailors in particular.
Shutting the doors. Hey, wait, come back! Who's gonna fight? Who's gonna man the ship?
We got 100 guys who can look. Any iron worth his salt is gonna be.
I don't know this. The only one who I know.
Not any, but some of them.
Any iron worth my rebellion.
Any iron in my rebellion.
Dude's
Dude's
how
like
to
gonna be the
fucking
most
time.
badass
Yours-
warrior. Like I can't sail.
Morale has flagged a little bit on your ship, but they're still holding strong.
Okay. Fair enough. I just rolled a 2.
Which means there will be attacks on both vessels.
Grape shot.
They're holding their own.
The Curians?
But they can't hit you.
Good.
Not even remotely. They're not doing great. Partially, it seems, because morale is flagging. Their heart's just not in this fight. And they can't hit you either.
Ha-ha! They're afraid of the dwarven sea monster.
Anastasia, despite not really being a sailor, will attempt to give orders to get this ship up alongside one of the other ones.
That's perfect. That's what I was gonna ask her about.
I want to go fight!
She's essentially just yelling at all of the prisoners to, like, somebody get me over there.
Man the oars!
To quote a movie, I'm all at sea when it comes to things nautical. She doesn't seem to know what she's doing, but she trusts that somebody else will figure it out.
Fine. I guess she can still be
That
in the
is good
revolution.
leadership, though.
And that'll bring us around to Wolf.
Okay. Spiritual weapon at the guy who's currently injured.
Mm-hmm.
For 16.
He dies.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 will hit him, so he dies.
Okay, cool. And then how many's left on my ship at this point?
It's hard to tell because of the fighting,
Okay.
but the number seems to be lessening quickly. There is still fighting, but it is slowed significantly.
Okay. I'll just go find one that's fighting that looks injured, and
I think there's one next to you that's fighting that looks injured.
well, then I'm gonna thwack him.
No, you knocked he went
I
down.
knocked him
no,
out.
You can
he's
find
dead.
one. You can find somebody else who's
I'm gonna find somebody else who's injured and give him a whack.
give him away.
Help my elven brethren. Nope. But I'm by somebody now,
Yep.
so yeah. Well, that's my turn.
Channeling your inner barbarian. Hit me! Please don't hit me, but hit me!
I want you to do it. No, not really, but I want you to do it.
Please do not do it. Hit me!
Axe. Anything special on your turn?
Not until we get close enough to a ship to do something.
Starts throwing axes at the sea.
I would like to stab.
If I had
Stab.
But this time, roll high. That's a crit. The die listened.
How'd you do that?
What bullshit?
Maximum crit for 15 damage.
Who's writing the script for this episode? What's going on? Did you pay him off?
Whoever he is, he's just fine by me. That's 15.
Yeah, that'll kill him.
Yeah. Let's stick that into one of them. Let out a war cry.
Yeah, give me an intimidation.
Check
Yeah.
the script.
I am in
Check the
Tersius
script.
praxis.
12.
Okay.
They're not completely intimidated, but they're not like they're like not unintimidated.
I didn't go like, listen here. All of you will die.
Full of shaggy Roger.
Like,
One of your elves does very, very bad. One of your elves does very, very good.
how about the rest?
I am Tersius praxis.
Like, zoinks, Curians. I'm gonna rip out your fucking throats.
One of your elves does pretty well.
Wolf gets it.
The other elves all roll 4s.
Wow.
There's 3 4s.
At least it wasn't 4 4s.
That would be. I feel like something special would have to happen if I rolled 4 4s.
They all
and 4
like
D20s.
combine in a big circle and shoot a laser beam out of them.
They do the Power
That
Ranger.
misses, but it looks really cool.
They do the Power Ranger thing where they all come together with one sword.
With one pose.
I think a sea serpent would have had to show up or something.
No!
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want our Leviathan fight, but not in the middle of this other fight. I want to intentionally hunt and kill a Leviathan.
I miss Kellen for those.
Your Curians seem to be surrendering.
Yay!
And for bringing it up, somebody roll me a Kraken roll.
Son
I'll
of a
do it.
bitch.
Wait, where's the Brody dice?
Actually,
There they are.
There they are.
No, you called it. You roll it.
You called it.
I just want you to have to use those dice.
Probably not a good idea.
I know. I should have used the crafting
It's
dice.
a 1 in 100 chance. No way it happens.
Kellen, if you're watching this, please comment.
That's exactly how Kellen got a 10.
75.
Okay.
You know how many times that dude rolled a 1? You know how many times?
The few Curians left on your ship seem to have regained their morale for some odd
What the
reason.
fuck?
They seem to be determined. Yeah, they seem to be in a death first mood. But 2 of the ships have now fully surrendered.
You just hear from your ships, there's a fucking bullshit.
The ship in the back seems to be the only one with fighting still going on.
Wasn't my ship going forward, though?
Wolf?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are now farther away from helping him.
It's okay. I'll fuck him up.
Which means that your ship will be the only one where the Curians are still going to take things to the elves. But, right?
Yeah.
One of the elves dies.
No.
There have been casualties. There have been casualties on every, on every ship. Some worse than others. Yours surrendered quite quickly, so the casualties were less.
Wow.
And that's going to be 1 hit on Wolf.
What was it?
It's 22.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa, for 7 damage.
No.
Is definitely the most damage I've taken. I don't know how I'm doing.
I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I'm taking all the damage.
Anastasia's still attempting to yell orders, but now it's more about the get us turned around.
Backwards. We need to go backwards.
I mean, the ship hadn't even really started moving yet,
Okay.
but it's more of just the never mind, forget going forward. They've surrendered. Go for the other one.
Put this thing in
And it's back to Wolf.
Okay, spiritual weapon at the nearest Curian. For he's 16.
That'll hit.
Okay. Wrong die. For 5 damage.
That'll hit him.
For 5 damage, yeah. I'm trying to think here. I guess I'll attack the one that I was attacking to begin with.
Okay.
For 12 on the roll, which is a miss. And that's all I can do.
Okay. X. Anything special?
Not until we get closer.
Okay. Tersius. Anything special?
I think this first round is going to be barking orders to get Curians detained. So I'm doing that and doing my fair share of detaining.
One in either hand.
Over the ship! Overboard.
Drop your weapons. Pick up their weapons. A lot of that.
Okay. The elves on your ship are going to keep fighting. They're doing alright. Could be doing worse. And I'm going to... Now that both other ships have surrendered, and they've already lost a lot of troops, I'm going to roll these morale checks with disadvantage going forward.
Okay.
They surrender.
Fucking fine.
That's probably a decent place to end this episode for,
I think so.
For now.
Timing-wise, it is.
We have success.
We did it! All according to plan, boy! The apple crate maneuver gets him every time.
The wine sea monster maneuver gets him every time.
I just love the mental image of this guy just like...
No. or the mental image of these slaves just seeing
the swamp monster.
I'm surprised none of them screamed. I just watched our slaver get murdered. We're next because we're trapped.
We can't run from the swamp monster.
Well done, I think.
Hey,
well
we succeeded.
You guys did succeed.
It actually went smoother than most of our plans usually go.
I mean, for as stupid as I felt at the beginning of this whole process, I feel like my takedown of the 2 guys on the mid deck was really smooth. So I feel good about that part at least.
Listen, the inflict wounds really...
It was the moral victory.
It was the moral victory.
Terrifying one.
The immoral victory.
Yes.
Listen, I am the servant of the god of life and death in my land, so...
Thank you everybody so much for watching. We shall see you in the next episode.